I'm in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot, and bars are ready. I'm Little Caesars with the extra chatty. Extra style, extra flow. Drift for sale, like 5 below.
Yeah, in the club now like I'm BD. Counting these notes like a MIDI. Laugh to the bank, hit the gritty. Go and tell your mom that she really, really pretty. Yo, I called up your grandma. Said this the new age nostalgia. She said that last night she called ya.
Snap back, break truck, stop playing hack sack. All gas, whole lot of motion. Head bang, whiplash past the moat train. Soft stuff, fits on 10. Yankee fitted, even in my bed. Small town boys up next to bed.
Rain off the Gulf setting quite the scene for us at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two of the NFL's best starts challenging each other here. Off we go in a Week 4 showdown. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Right to the air. It's Hurts. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. That's Antoine Winfield Jr.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Bucs take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
First trip to the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got first and 10 right along the 20. Coming out throwing is Baker. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense down behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
Finds him over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Working quickly here.
17 yards on the play. It's now third down.
On 3rd and 2, here's Mayfield. Completed to his running back. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
This one is up and good. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Jackson now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Give to Irving to stop his drive. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Setting up the screen here to Godwin. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 40.
First down, here's Baker. Hits his running back. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. So they're left facing third and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down, here's Mayfield. Right side, this is Ibuka. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Jackson now to return it. Good work so far, and he's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, first and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. It goes to the hurry-up offense here. Here we go, second and 9. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability, his reputation makes somebody else beat you.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down, Eagles.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Hurts now from the gun. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Same guy, Wilson again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Barkley can't push it across. They make the stand. Looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
It's a loss of one. Brings up second and goal.
There's another for it. And he gets nothing here. The defense stands strong. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up third and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got two more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Hurts now on third and goal. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's decision time on fourth and goal. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Elliott connects there. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Starting from the 5. Oh, and he eats the hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. He finds Evans left side. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down, ball at the 36. Mayfield with a blitz coming. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Hits him on the in route. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense up to the line fast.
That's a gain of 7.
Third and short, Mayfield. Finds the in route complete. He's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Again for the first time to Rashad White. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Baker now from the gun, taking a shot deep down the field. This is brought in at the 15. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a second quarter lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown. McLaughlin to tack on the extra point. And it's no good. He missed the extra points. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Xavier Gipson now to return. Things going well so far. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. I'll start this one out with Barkley. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
He puts some air under this one, deep right. He's got it inside the 25. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Now he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Offense in the hurry up here.
2-yard gain on the play.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it. Hurts throwing again. Escapes the pocket. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
1st down throw here. Mayfield. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. This one gets to the 22. Andrew Makuba attacking to make that stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Finn gets it on the draw. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. Third down coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Brought in right side by McMillan. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And he drives this into the pouring rain. Has room down the left sideline. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles tie and can take the lead here in the second. Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Eagles take the lead on that successful kick.
Buccaneers 16. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So after giving up the punt return score, Brock, let's see if they can answer on a different type of return. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Baker. Complete out to the right side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Working quickly here.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Run.
From the 29. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. A strike for 23 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play.
That's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. But you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Mayfield on first and 10. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Throwing again on second and 10. Mayfield finds him over the middle. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
You know, Kate, you often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Irving can't bypass that line. They stop him at the 3. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Gets it again. And he's not going to be denied a second time. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 6.
Eagles 17. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Fields the hard squib kick. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And this one doesn't go far. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
Brings up second and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31. He's going to push one deep down there. That's complete inside the 35. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On first and 10, it's Hurts. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles tie it just before halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles take the lead on that successful kick. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
Hey, 180!
First down, here's Baker. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Looking for Chris Godwin that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Throwing again is Baker. On target to Godwin. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And it bounces out of bounds. Looks like they'll have half the field to go as they mark it directly on the midfield stripe.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10.
180! What's up?
Baker now from the gun. And almost someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Andrew Makuba makes the play. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short fields, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10.
Set. Kings, kick. 180! Up, up. Start.
Mayfield now from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's up?
First down, looking to throw. Mayfield. Short pass brought in. Juke the defender. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Cut near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Baker throwing again. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. And that throw doesn't lead to 6. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
20! Run.
Irving. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
Well, these are the moments that I just live for up in the booth, man. What are you going to do as a play caller? You're going to go for it now? You're going to try to slam it in? Well, if so, you better get a whole lot more movement than he did right there.
Back to throw it. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Mayfield's going to look to throw this. And now down he goes. He's sacked, and they're unable to tie this game. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Jackson now to return it. Showing a little burst so far. And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
Sometimes our eyes up here in this booth can deceive us because when he started racing down that sideline, I thought he was gone. In a lot of cases, he is. But let's give some credit to the effort of that special teams unit right there defensively. Getting in the way of that touchdown now, well, their defense needs that same type of play, that same type of effort, because they're going to be defending a very short field.
Offense up to the line fast. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. He's got it in the red zone. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. From the red zone now. From the goal line. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's 2nd and goal.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
Hurts yet again. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles push this to an 8-point game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Pistol.
From the gun, Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
Hey, alert!
A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21 at the 9-yard line.
Stop!
Trying again, following the set. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Working quickly here.
Now 3rd and 10.
What's up?
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Culp with a catch. And this is brought to a stop at let's say, the 34-yard line there. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
What's up?
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Launches one deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
What's up?
To the air, 3rd and long. That one's good to Godwin. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
What's up?
Sticking in the air, here's Mayfield. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. This complete to Cole. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Got his man. This is McMillan. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st down, here's Baker. He put everything he had into this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Once more, it's Mayfield. Down the field, Evans has it. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic...
And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. All right, so the offense does its job, Rob. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So up comes Mayfield and his offense. They're going for two. He's throwing for it. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Picked off Ray Blankenship. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped.
Those defenders, well, they're just as excited as all of us when we get to see a two-point play. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board. You can energize a defense and give them that swag when the defense is stop them.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Jackson now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this first and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Hurts throwing again. Completed left side to Smith. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of three. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Second and 6 coming up here. It's Hurts once again. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, it kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A gain of 15. And an Eagle first down.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9. Hurts setting up to throw. touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game.
Buccaneers 35. Jake Elliott taking off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Baker now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mayfield now from the gun. Evans brings in the slant. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Buccaneers.
First down, looking to throw. Mayfield escapes a defender. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
Mayfield to throw again.
the Eagles 22.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Tried getting it to Emeka Egbuka. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 180. What's up?
Baker throwing again. Got a man. This is Evans. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal. Working quickly here.
Regular.
That's good for a Buccaneers first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Alert, 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 alert. What's up?
From the red zone now. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
4-yard gain. Brings up second and goal.
From the gun, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up third and goal. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Trying to run with Irving. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on fourth and goal.
No gain on the play.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, two sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive him backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
What's up?
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Hurts from his end zone. Big game continuing here for Wilson. And they're going to manage to take him down at the 12. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He lets one fly deep downfield. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th.
Okay, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they make the stop, I'm going to say at about the 37-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Eagles.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He has it at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th.
Eagles 45. Buccaneers 42. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Gibson now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's looking deep once again. They connect on the deep shot. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. A.J. Brown, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game.
Buccaneers 42.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he only gets to around the 15 before being brought down. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. 180. Regular. What's that?
Baker now. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down over the 31. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the Buccaneers, 1st down.
Kings.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard
Point it
line.
right. Run. That.
1st down throw here. Mayfield. That's complete downfield to Godwin. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
Up. 180. What's that?
Here's Baker to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Baker. Oh, he lost the football! And the Birds got to it!
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
They're going to pass it here. Completed to his running back. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Got to hurry this to the line. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. First down, ball at the 36. Hurts now from the gun. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
He sends this one to the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
He puts some power on a deep one left. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead.
Buccaneers 42.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's first and 10.
Alert, alert! Set! 180! Regular! Hey, alert! Watch out!
Baker now from the gun. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He has the first over the middle, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
King!
Complete to number 13.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Once more, it's Mayfield. Trying to push it deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Andrew Makuba makes the play. And the Eagles are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
This to the back of the end zone. Oh, but he ran out of room. Incomplete.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And they strike for a touchdown on the final play of the game. They didn't need it, but they will take it anyway. The Eagles keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we can in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keep scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot, been cooking with the sauce, Chef Curry with the boy. 360 with the wrist, boy. Hey, who the is, boy? OVO, man, we really with boy. Yeah, really with the. I should probably sign a hit, boy, cause I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm all in Nico basement, working on the phones. Either that or try the money mark to make the pickups. Man, it's 2008, I'm trying to paint the picture. Comeback season in the works and now I'm thinking bigger. I got in the studio every night, late night. Gotta watch it, don't wanna make them sicker. That's my oh Lord.